Hello, happy Easter. Just got back from the very first ride with the 996 SPS, and it's fantastic. I think this bike is such a more grown-up bike for Ducati, for the era. I haven't ridden a 998, but I can tell you this bike is such a step forward compared to the 916. The engine is much richer, while the 916, even the SP, basically doesn't exist up until 5,000-6,000 RPMs, and then it gives you really it hits you with the torque. This one is just a bigger engine. It's much warmer in the way it brings power to life. It's not a race bike, it's not an RS or anything like that, but on the street you can really feel how the engine, those 80 cc's more sort of help the engine. It's very solid. It's big. It feels much bigger, torquier. For example, on second gear, if you open on the 916 SP, it wants to do a wheelie, whereas this one is just like moves the whole bike and yourself forward. Really enjoyed the ride. I like to think about the 996 SPS as the Porsche 996 GT3. I don't know if you guys are Porsche fans. The GT3 was the first water cooled that the Porsche ever made. Coincidentally, I think in the same years as this one. And yeah, it's just a fantastic car, that car, and this is a great bike. I honestly didn't think it was going to be that much different from the 916 SP. I also solved a couple of issues that it had in the old saying that whenever something doesn't feel right on the bike, you have two options. Option one is chase the problem and see if you find it and if you fix it. Or the second way is to ride it really hard, take it out, ride it, rev it all the way to maximum RPMs, and then eventually see if it's fixed. And that was the case for me. It was the idling when cold; it just wouldn't stay put. And I was almost tempted to adjust the idle, but in the end I said, let me take it out and do a shakedown. And anyways, it was a good ride. Still, the tires are still from 2008, so very old. Haven't pushed it at all. Look at the license plate. Oops, but I just needed a license plate to go around. I haven't titled this bike yet. But the tires extremely old, so haven't pushed it at all. The sound on this bike, oh my god, the sound on this bike is just amazing. And I don't know if it's because of the 50 millimeters, whereas my SP has the 45-50, but man, it's fantastic. Forks definitely need some attention. I don't know when they were done last, but they really, I'm gonna try to adjust them, but they really like dive down. Now a good cleanup, but yeah, it was, I don't know, I was just surprised. And I didn't push it too much because I haven't done the belts yet, and you know very well that if the belts go on this bike, it's nasty. You don't want that. So I just really took it easy, did a couple of 9,000 RPMs just to see, try not to overload it at low RPMs. Usually that's when torque makes things snap. We don't want that. But belts still need to be done. What else? Well, tires obviously need to be done, but yeah, no, nevertheless, it was it really ran great.